So I went on this wild quest in the past few days. And I know, it sounds dramatic, but I dove into 43 full studies just to answer a question that was bugging me and probably is bugging you too. What really makes cheating cheating? It wasn't by far an easy journey, but here's what I found. Now, before we dive in, I had multiple friends throughout the years who would come to me sad, devastated, and confused. But after listening to their stories, I would sometimes think,
but wait, does that even count as cheating?
Hello little sunshines, how are you doing? My name is Luminita, welcome to my channel, and today I want to share with you 3 actual stories that happened to some of my friends that made me question what is actually cheating. And that forced me to read almost 50 research papers just to make sense of what was going on. First, let's talk about a friend that I met during traveling, Sarah, and her boyfriend, Alex. They met a while ago, and because of some individual previous romantic experiences, they both decided that the best option for their couple was to be an open relationship. They were both committed to each other, but at the same time, free to experiment also with other people. One day, at a party, Alex met this girl, Emily. And at the beginning, there was nothing extraordinary. They were just meeting for exploration purposes. But at some point, they started chatting more often. He would stay over. They would just meet for coffees without anything else afterwards. He would start talking more and more about his childhood and worries. Things that he didn't tell even Sarah before. So that made me, and obviously Sarah, wonder, was that cheating? Does this, in an open relationship, still count as cheating? Well, according to a study by Mark and Jensen in 2011, even in open relationships, emotional connections, especially those that are kept secret, can be a serious breach of trust. Furthermore, in 2020, there was this big study that revealed that one of the main and unexpected problems that can occur in open relationships is emotional boundaries. I promise I'll tell you a little bit later what Sarah and Alex decided to do, but what do you think? Does this count as cheating? Until then, let's look into the story of my good friend from Austria, Matias, and his long-term girlfriend, actually almost fiancé, Lily. At the very beginning of their relationship, both of them vowed to always trust each other. That was very important for both of them. And their relationship was actually fine, pretty normal, like any other relationship. Until one day, Lily went to her class reunion. And ever since, Matias started noticing that she was more on her phone, she was constantly texting with someone, laughing, smiling. And one day, he just couldn't take it more. He took her phone, he knew her password, he looked at it, and he noticed these chats with Tom, one of her ex-classmates. There was actually nothing supernatural about them, just memes and, talking about the day, work. But somehow, he felt extremely betrayed and jealous. So is her texting with another guy cheating? An interesting study from 2012 suggests that not only the emotional connection, but actually the secrecy of digital interactions can be perceived as crossing boundaries. Moreover, another study from 2014 found that it's the private nature of digital interactions that can spark jealousy even in healthy relationships. I'll tell you the ending right after the third story, which might sound cliche for a few of you, but it actually made me think a lot about it. So my former coworker Anne and her boyfriend Mike were in a monogamous, committed relationship, living together, everything pretty straightforward. Now one evening when Anne was out of town visiting her family, Mike decided to not go straight home as usually, but go actually get some drinks with his coworkers. And things got blurred pretty quickly. Next thing that he remembers is waking up next to his colleague. As I mentioned, Anna and Mike's situation might be pretty straightforward for many of you, but it still got me thinking. Does it still count as cheating if he doesn't remember a thing? If he was so drunk that he couldn't even control or take any active decisions? Common sense and a dozen of studies, including the one of Mark et al. From 2011, prove that physical intimacy outside a monogamous relationship, surprise, surprise, is seen as infidelity, no matter if it was in a drunk or sober state. Additionally, Dr. Shirley Glass is talking about the fact that drunk or sober, people are emotionally impacted by even the act of infidelity. And this is an enormous breach of trust in a relationship. I bet you have two main questions in your head right now. First, so what did Alex, Sarah, Matias, Lily, Anne, and Mike do? Well, Sarah and Alex renegotiated their open relationship. Yes, they stayed together. Yes, they stayed in an open relationship. But both of them realized that they never had experience with that before. So after doing a little bit of research, reading on Reddit, they realized that they need to set some clear boundaries. In the end, now they're, again, still in an open relationship, but only with strangers and only while traveling. While emotionally, they can only be committed to each other. Lily and Matias, unfortunately, or not, I guess, broke up because they still couldn't agree if her talking to Tom was cheating or not. Actually, this seemed to be just the last drop in the ocean because Matias seemed to have been super jealous towards anyone around Lily, her coworkers, friends, even family members. So he needs to work on his trust issues, and Lily is fine. Anna and Mike's situation was super messy, actually. It was hard for her, but she decided that, well, he was drunk, there's nothing between them, all fine. But he ended up cheating on her 2 more times and actually started an affair with that coworker of his. And when she confronted him about that, they broke up. He went and started dating that other girl. Messy year for all of them afterwards. Anyways, the second question that you might have is, what did I learn from all these cheating, non-cheating stories and reading all those studies? Funny enough, I realized that cheating is whatever the couple decides is cheating. So my advice, pretty early in your relationship, or if you didn't do that at the time, do it right now. Sit with your partner and very openly discuss what is cheating for you too. What are the boundaries? Is kissing someone, a stranger in a club, cheating? Would going on a trip or on vacation with someone else considered acceptable? Is flirting of any type and form a breach of trust? You might think that these kind of things are pretty self-explanatory and obvious, but one thing, and if you need to learn from this video, one thing is that you need to talk. Nothing is obvious, and only you and your partner can decide what is cheating in your couple and what is not. This being said, thank you very much for going down this rabbit hole with me. I know it was quite intense. If you have any interesting stories from you or friends, from a friend, let me know and everyone about those in the comment section below. Or as always, there is a link in my description box where you can leave all your stories anonymously. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my face, hear more of my voice, you can click here and here, or you can click here to subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time. Bye!